Hi, I'm going through the 64 gates of human design, trying to explain just the tip of the iceberg, what the gate is, the name of it, the main theme of it, where it's located in your chart, why that matters. If you have it activated, you've got the shadow expression of the gate, everybody has it. You've got the gift expression of the state, and then you've got the city expression of each gate. So the gate today I'm going to be doing is gate 6. And gate 6, it's called the gate of friction. This gate in human design chart, let me flip this around. So in my human design chart, my gate 6 is in my design sun. And when you're looking at the body graph itself, it's in the solar plexus right here. So, okay, why it's important to know which center that gate is coming out of is because I've already discussed what each center's theme is, and now that gives you a good foundation when you're going in and learning about the gates in that center, because an energy center has different gates in it, and each gate has its own unique energy. So knowing what the center is great, but then if you want to dive deeper, you go into the gates of the center and what gates you have activated. Gate 6, the gate of friction, or the gate of conflict. So I'm just going to go and refer to this and read the names of each line number, because remember in the last couple of videos I talked that each gate you have in your chart has a further nuance, another level to it. So if you look at the decimal number after the gate 6, it will say 6.1, 6.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. And so in my chart I have 6.6. What's yours? If it's different than 6 and you want to know more about the line number, comment. I can send you a message or I can reply in the comments. I'm going to go through and read each of the line number names. So line 1 is the line of retreat. Line 2, the gorilla. Line 3, allegiance. Line 4, triumph. Line 5, arbitration. And line 6, the peacemaker. So I'm going to read through line 6 just because I have line 6 in my chart. Line 6, the peacemaker. The discipline and integrity of a superior force to unilaterally cease conflict, to permit surrender and survival of its foe. Since I don't have this fixed in my chart, meaning I don't have a little triangle up or down next to the square, means I can either express it in the exaltation or the detriment. You don't really need to know all of that quite yet, but if you're interested, I can explain it to you another time. The exaltation of gate 6, line 6, is the highest form of reason that life is sacred. The emotional power to end conflict tempered by feelings and sensitivity to others. So what this means to me is I have a deep sense of understanding other people's emotions. When I'm free from conditioning in an ideal world, I can create harmony even in confrontation and conflict. Everybody's voice is heard. The detriment expression of this line number is the peacemaker whose actions are just, but whose terms are unacceptable. The emotional power to end conflict, but only after one's conditions have been satisfied. This is kind of like a give and take energy in the way that I interpret it. And by the way, each time you go back and dig into your gate, you kind of walk out of it with a different understanding, or maybe a further understanding, or another perspective. What I'm trying to say is the best thing about human design is it is open to interpretation. There are experts, people who have been studying it for years and kind of connecting the dots, but each person who reads about their chart will gain an understanding themselves, which is the best thing about human design. It's an experiment and it's open to your interpretation based on the readings. Or when you come to someone like me and get an unpack, they'll tell you what you're working with and you get to help decipher it. So that's why it's such an ultimate self-help tool, because you're the one who knows at the end of the day. So for each gate, there is a shadow expression, a gift expression, and a city expression. And by city, for those of you who care how it's spelled, it's Siddhi. And that's kind of like the transcendence state. So the shadow, and everybody expresses all of these when they have a gate. It's kind of an awareness that you now know about this gate. So when you have the shadow expression, this is the shadow of conflict, of being emotionally reactive, maybe the tendency to project your unresolved emotions onto other people. It looks like a state of emotional turmoil where you might feel constantly threatened or attacked. So the gift of this gate 6 is the gift of diplomacy, the ability to navigate with grace and understanding, to communicate sensitivity, to let everybody be heard, using emotional intelligence to create resolution within conflict. The acidic expression of gate 6 is peace. It's transcending conflict, resulting in a deep state of inner peace, a surrender to the flow of life, recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings, a state of being where all interactions are peaceful. So since that's my design sun, it's my unconscious essence. It's what I bring to the table unconsciously. What is your design sun? Maybe that can be the next gate video I do. Let me know.